Today on Saints Net we're talking to James Gray following Saints' first home National League South match of the season, which has ended in a 3-1 defeat against Oxford City, and 3-1, well, that flattered us if anything, Jim.
Right, before anybody goes mad about that result, I'll just tell you how it actually was out there. That, for me, Oxford City are the best side I've been to Clarence Park since I've been involved. They are well drilled, well organised, very comfortable on the ball, and we were second best majority of the night, and the boys were at full tilt. They worked their socks off out there tonight, but sometimes you just have to concede that we lost to the better side, and I've got no complaints, you know. We could have made it a little bit closer if we'd have just kept our end of the bargain and had a little bit more quality, but they didn't really let us have any quality. They were a very, very good side, and I'd be surprised if they went up there on that showing. And the lads in there are they're not saying anything other than, in fact, they look like they've played 2 games in 2 days, and they're absolutely knackered, and that's because Oxford made us work hard. So I can't really fault. I can fault individual errors and look at our squad, but they all worked their socks off and tried to do everything that we asked them to do tonight, and unfortunately we were second best. It's as simple as that.
Writing was on the wall. The first 20 minutes, Oxford was pushing it around nicely. It could have been 2 or 3 up. They went 1 up on 21. Fun enough, that seemed to kill them. We got to go back 2 minutes later, and for, I don't know, next hour, 40 minutes or whatever, we almost equal to them, but in the last quarter now, 20 minutes, they totally outrun us again.
Yeah, they've obviously a very well drilled fit side, you know. I think we sort of got a little bit raggy with Lockie's sort of got a knock side to move him up top. We changed a little bit and went a little bit gung-ho, if I'm honest. I could have probably kept it a little bit tighter, but we wanted to try and get a point out of it. Could have been a different game, and we played a great little bit of football. Lewis Hilliard's gone through sort of one-on-one, and he's had an extra touch. I think in hindsight, if he'd got his shot off early, we could have been 2-1 up ourselves. So games change very, very quickly, and I can't fault the boys. I think tactically we tried to nullify what they were all about. I got the report from Saturday from what they were going to do, and they played exactly the same way, you know, and all very comfortable and very good side. So I'd be surprised if they weren't up there this season. We're going to have to play at full tilt against every side we come up against in this league, and it's as simple as that. And like I say, I can't fault the boys' application or attitude and what we tried to do. Sometimes you just hold your hand up and say, look, we were second best tonight.
I think everyone's going to praise Oxford City the way they played, but also you've got to look at the way we played. Our passing wasn't good, was it, Jim? I heard the players, in fact, going down the tunnel at the end of the game, saying our passing wasn't up to it.
Well, it wasn't, and then that's something that we're going to have to look at. You know, we didn't ask the boys to particularly play too much tonight, because I didn't feel that we would be able to match what they were going to do, and the way that they closed us down on Thursday night, and over the next month we're going to have to try and get something similar to what they do. But like I say, we've got no divine right to go and play against anybody the way that they did tonight. I mean, going away from home to come here and put on a show like they did, I was impressed with them. But I don't feel that we can do that at this moment in time. We've got to play. We've got to put round pegs in round holes. We can't try and adapt our style of play at the minute. We need to try and get points on the board. A very, very difficult start, and I thought, you know, it was probably 2 points dropped on Saturday, and tonight we deserved nothing out of the game really, and could have been a little bit more to them. But again, the game changed on a couple of incidents.
You talk about not putting round pegs into square holes. Sounds like you're not happy with the squad.
It's not happy with the squad. I think individually some people need to bring a little bit more, but it's early days. We've got plenty to work on. I think. Well, I mean, the problem we got is when you come up against sides like that, you think, well, that's how we want to be. That's exactly what myself and Graham want our team to play like. But we have no divine right to do that in this league. Until we can get a little bit closer to sides like that, we're always going to be struggling. So we need to battle out. Like I say, I can't fault the boys' effort tonight, but we came up short with a little bit of quality, and a couple of the goals we gave away were soft. We didn't take our chances the other end again, but we will get better. And like I say, I'm not going to be too downbeat. We've got 38 games to go, and we need to improve.
I mean, what did you make of Louis' goal? I mean, his performance in general.
He did very well, Louis. You know, he took his goal superbly, like a proper striker that he is. You know, he opened his body up and stroked it in the net, and he's getting a little bit sharper. He's unfortunate. I think he might have done something, tweaked his knee in that block tackle down there tonight. So we're going to have to assess that over the next few days and see where we get to and see where he is for Saturday. But it's not looking too good at the minute, which is disappointing. But we've got a squad of players and we'll have to adapt. It's not going to be any easier. We've got Ipswich coming on Saturday, so we're going to have to try and get our squad fit and refreshed, and obviously and we're going to have to try and get our tactics right. But again, Ipswich ain't going to be easy, is it?
What about Lockie? What happened to him?
Lockie's got quite a bad swollen ankle, but the physio seems to think it might be more impact, so we're hoping that can settle down, we get ice, and he could be ready for Saturday. But again, we've got a squad of players, and if players are unavailable, then we'll have to change it accordingly.
Going into Saturday, Ebbsfleet, most people would call them the favourites for the league. What's the mentality for you guys going into that game?
I don't know. After seeing that tonight, I don't think they'll play the kind of football that Oxford played. I've got to say that's the best I've seen a side play down here. From what I saw from Ebbsfleet last season, Oxford will give us a better game than they did. But again, we're going to have to dig deep. We're going to have to try and nullify their threats. They've got plenty of threats all around the park, and then we'll have to try and be a little bit better going forward ourselves. I mean, defensively again tonight we did okay. Maybe a couple of sloppy goals, maybe individual errors, and obviously the third one was an individual error on our part, and Chaps has held his hand up. We had a cross and an opportunity to get the ball in the box, and he hit the first man. Obviously they've gone up the pitch and put it in. So if you take that goal away, we've lost 2-1 to a very, very good side, and we need to be closer, but there's no shame in it. And like I say, every single game we play this season is going to be difficult, and we know the task we've got. We're not just going to say it's all down to budgets about this, that and the other. It's a true fact of where we are, and you know what, the league is better this season, so we're going to have to get better and get better quickly.
Going into Saturday as underdogs, can that be beneficial as getting a bit of pressure off the lads looking for that first win?
There's no pressure on the boys. No, I don't put any pressure on the lads. We're underdogs in every game we go into. We've only been in this league one season, and you tell me a side that we should come up against in this league and we should think, yeah, we're going to roll them over. It doesn't happen at this level. We've got the underdog mentality. We need to go out and work very, very hard. Need a little bit of luck. I think tonight everything maybe it's because they're so well drilled, but every little ricochet seemed to fall to one of their players. But maybe that's because they're in the right areas at the right time. But we've got to work hard. We've got to get our training right on Thursday night, and we've got to go into Saturday with a game plan to try and get something out again.
Danny Green's been told he could face up to 3 months out with his broken nose. Steve Wales looks like a couple more weeks at least with his hamstring. So the 16 you put on the team sheet each week almost picks itself at the moment.
Well, it does. I mean, we've still got players on the bench that we can change it around, but I've signed 5 of the development squad onto the first team forms tonight, so you never know, they might get opportunities sooner rather than later if we have got a few injuries. The squad is small, we've gone on record as to saying that. We haven't got the facilities and the financial backing to make the squad any bigger, and it is what it is at the minute. But like I say, I'm pleased. I thought in parts of the game tonight it might have looked a bit different from the outside, but first half especially I thought we were well in the game. But there were spells where we were well out of the game, and if we can weather them spells during the season, then we'll be all right.
Happy with the match officials tonight?
Yeah, I thought they were much better. He's a good lad. I forgot his name, but he's a good lad. He talks well. Yeah, he's a good referee. Yeah, the officials were good tonight, and we've got no complaints there. We just got a little bit of soul searching ourselves and look into what we need to do for Saturday now.
The crowd was well below our average for last season. It's also very quiet. We could do with them getting behind the team Saturday because it's going to be a big game, but also maybe we need to give them something to get them going.
Yeah, I think so. I think we need to get the fans behind us, and obviously that comes when you're creating chances and having efforts at goal and scoring goals. So hopefully we can put that right on Saturday. If the fans can make a bit of noise, then obviously it makes it all that easier for us. But yeah, I think the crowd 400 I think there's a lot of people still on holiday, but Saturday they'll have a good opportunity to get a few beers down the neck and then come out and singing for us, which would be good.
Lovely, thanks very much, Jim. So just a reminder then, Saints gone down 3-1 at home to Oxford City tonight. We're back at Clarence Park on Saturday, that's the 15th of August. Ebbsfleet United here for a National League South match, a 3 o'clock kick-off.